Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is going to be a brief little review for Maoyuu Maou Yuusha, Episode 8. Some interesting stuff going on in this episode, I have to say. Mao is effectively off on her journey, which was a bit of a surprise to me since we never got to see Hero off on his quest into the demon realm. I half expected this episode to pick up with Mao's return after having completed her task of recertifying herself as the Demon King. This all too conveniently coincides, though, with the head trader from the trade syndicate showing up unannounced, delivering parcels, just because, as he says, he wished to see the great scholar again, that being Mao. However, he senses something is amiss with the Mao who's actually come to greet him, and this is where things start to get interesting. Hero, as it turns out, has been listening in the whole time. He walks into the room, tells Mao essentially that the jig is up. He walks up to her, pulls the appearance-changing ring off her finger to reveal the older sister Maid, who's doing exactly what she was instructed to by Mao in the last episode. And from that moment on, I had to wonder what the hell Hero was thinking. He and the head trader exchanged words, sizing each other up, were refamiliarized with the fact that they knew each other in the past as they're reacquainting themselves, and all of this is prelude to Hero deciding to cash in his proverbial check with the head trader of having a big swag party with lots of women and booze, etc. Hero uses his teleportation magic to swoop them off to Gate City, the only existing cultural hub where the divide between demons and humans has as yet been bridged. And I'm thinking, okay, either Hero has lost his mind, or else there's a real chance that he's going to effect some real positive change by showing off his work to the head trader. And it did seem for a little while like it was going well. But of course, Hero also stated plainly that Mao too was a demon. As soon as he said this, all bets were off for me. Love lights in his eyes or not, I knew the head trader would see fit to take Mao down after learning this. And that's exactly what happens. The trade syndicate has ordered Mao to be arrested immediately, but of course, she's still going to be away for another 2 months. So what to do? The new Winter King, who arrived with the news of Mao's now criminal status, is ready to make orders Hero divines are ones that, as a king, he mustn't make. And so it is Hero himself who takes control of the situation. He asks the older sister maid to go on pretending to be Mao long enough for them to arrest her and get out of the Winter King's territory, at which point Hero will teleport in and rescue her. Sounds like a great plan, at least at first. And it's one that actually explains certain scenes in the OP to me, finally. I'm specifically talking about the scene where we see the older sister Maid on a ship, and she transforms as she stands up into Mao. Also, as a brief aside, I'd like to point out another scene in the OP to do with the head maid looking a bit bloodied in somewhat of a dungeon setting. Could this relate to Mao's warning her on her journey that if she is changed by her quest, head maid must destroy her? I'll leave that for you to decide. And again, to do with Hero's plan, I can only wonder just how wrong this plan will go. Time will have to tell. But I think the most frightening aspect of the trade syndicates now going after the Demon King is their use of religious doctrine to do it. Obviously, this is still much an archaic society, not unlike many of those in Earth's genuine past. They use their religion to explain away myriad things, use it as excuses, really, to justify whatever course of action and purpose they see fit. When the Syndicate brought in the general that Hero chased out of Gate City, they made a point of saying what he'd done, running away, went against their doctrine. And so, chalk it up for another explorative aspect of this series that I really love. And what's more, it isn't done in an obstructive or preachy way. In fact, the series has handled those historical, philosophical, and other intriguing aspects relatively lightly, which I think in the long run serves to make them of greater interest and impact for those who take time to notice them. Also adding intrigue to the story, as well as deepening the relationship dynamics between Shi, Mao, and Yuusha, was Female Knight's insistence that Hero take her sword and allow her to swear her allegiance to him. This includes her fighting capability, her loyalty, and even her body and soul, which she makes clear to him. Of course, it's my estimation that he sees this for what it really is. She's declaring essentially her love for him, in the only way her conscience will allow her to. She can't bring herself to get in between he and Mao, so it should prove interesting to see how this aspect too plays out. I'll tell you, I'm almost beginning to root for Hero and Female Knight to officially pair up, although I know that'll likely never happen, not without at least something ill befalling Mao, and that isn't something I want to see. And finally of note was Mao stumbling across the long-forgotten female mage, who is still as yet trapped in the demon realm. I really have to wonder what is up with this character. Is it one character or is it three? We see one, but in the reflection pool inside the demon realm, we once again see two other mages at her sides. Are these spirits of two who have died? Maybe physical yet ghostly personifications of a multiple personality disorder? I have no idea, but I hope we'll gain some insight into this very soon. And otherwise, that's pretty much all I have to say on this one. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of this episode if you've seen it, what you think will happen next with Mao being away and the older sister maid having to put herself essentially in a dangerous position with being arrested and such. And so otherwise, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.